Amisha Kushahovit here. My name is JV Dr. Vishal Sidhina. I am Associate Professor in Mathematics and today I am going to take up lecture of the module the equal likelihood or the Laplace criterion, the Hurwitz criterion. This module is taken from the course Optimization Operation Research OR and in the program of BBA and BBA LLB 6th semester under the Faculty of Law and Governance. So first we take the definition of the equally likely decision rule. The equally likely means simply means where we can select the any action here in a equal likely ways. So many times a manager will not be particularly concerned about risk in a decision, but would like to make a quick decision based on all available information. The equally likely decision rule makes the assumption that any of the states of nature could occur, but does not give preference to anyone, and it means they are equally likely chances here. So to determine the best decision to make under the equally likely rule, average the payoffs for each decision alternative row by row, then select the alternative that has the highest average payoff. So now we take the definition of Laplace criterion. The Laplace criterion is based on the principle of insufficient reason. The equally likely decision criterion finds that alternative with the highest average outcome. So means it is important here. The equally likely decision criterion finds that alternative with the highest average outcome. The decision maker first calculates the average outcome for every alternative, the act with the maximum average outcome. So this Laplace criterion is also known as the equal probabilities criterion or the criterion of rationality. Since the probability of states of nature are not known, it is assumed that all states of nature will occur with equal probability. That is, assign an equaling probability. The working method is summarized as below as follows. So determine expected value for each alternative. If n denotes the number of events and p's denote the payoffs, then expected value is given by 1 upon n multiplied by p1 plus p2 plus p3 plus pn. Choose the alternative that yields the maximum value of p. So now we can understand here with an example. So in this table we are given that here the states of nature like high, moderate, low and nil. Expected payoffs are given that. Alternatives are given that here like expand, construct or subcontract. So working notes here, EP1, the EP1 is given by 1 upon 4 into, you can see it is from high, we can take 50,000 plus 25,000 is taken from moderate, minus here 25,000 is taken from the low, and minus 45,000 is taken from the nil. So which is equal to 1250. Now EP2 is taken as 1 upon 4 into 70,000 from high plus 30,000 from moderate, minus 40,000 is from low, and minus 80,000 from nil. So which is equal to minus 5,000. In the similar way, EP3 is taken for the subcontract 1 upon 4, 30,000 plus 15,000 minus 10,000, minus 1,000 and minus 10,000, which is equal to 8,500. Thus, according to Laplace criterion, company will choose alternative subcontract. Subcontract, this is 8,500 and it is maximum. Now the Hurwitz criterion is that is also called weighted average criterion, and it is a compromise between the maximax optimistic and the minimax means pessimistic decision criterion. This concept allows the decision maker to take into account both maximum and minimum for each alternative and assign them weights according to his degree of optimization to his degree of optimism or pessimism. The working method is summarized as follows. Choose an appropriate degree of optimism, means alpha, so that 12 minus alpha degree represents the degree of pessimism. Determine the maximum as well as minimum of each alternative and obtain P, which is equal to alpha into maximum plus 1 minus alpha into minimum. Choose the alternative that is the maximum value of P. Now in this example we are given that here a table again is given that with strategy and conditions. Conditions are like N1, N2, N3, N4 in rupees, and strategies are given that here S1, S2, S3. So the table is given that here maximum of row, minimum of row, and H is calculated here. So how can we calculate? In this question here, H is given that alpha is given that here 0.7 alpha, and so 1 minus alpha is here 0.3. Then H1 is here the Harvey's term. It is 0.7 into 18,000 means maximum of row plus 0.3 multiplied by minus 100 which is minimum of row, and after calculation we will get here it at 12,570. H2 is given by 0.7 multiplied by 20,000. 20,000 means maximum of row, and plus here 0 this here plus 0.3 multiplied by 0. 0 means it is minimum of second row, and ultimately it is equal to 14,000. Third is here H3 is given by 0.7 multiplied by 20,000. 20,000 means the maximum of third row, and plus 0.3, and it is multiplied by the minimum of third row means minus 20,000, and this is taken as 13,000. Total is 13,400. So in this way we have calculated all the values of H, H1, H2, H3 and written in the table here. You can see H is equal to maximum and plus minus 1 into minimum. So if this is here, the maximum value of H is here. We can see the table. It is 14,000 is the maximum value of H, which corresponds to the strategy second means S2 strategy, and therefore the strategy second will be the answer. This session is powered by the Digital Version 2, Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. I hope all you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. So with this here, I conclude my today's lecture. Thank you.